welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren. If you are into whole food, plant-based living, if you're into vegan fashion, if you're into becoming the happiest, healthiest version of yourself so you can manifest your dreams, you're in the right place. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me. Today is an exciting video. I really wanted to share a process that I do with you every single year to manifest all the things I want to create. I kind of do a deep dive on this process in my Patreon membership. In this video, I really wanted to talk about 7 different areas to focus on when you're creating your goals and your plan for 2023. This started with a reel that I created on Instagram, and I really took out the 7 different areas in my life that I consider when I'm creating goals for the new year. I like to create a vision board, a vision for the new year. Like, yes, a vision board. It's kind of hard to do that sometimes anymore, like in a board that you put next to your desk, because we don't really have magazines anymore, right? I mean, when I was like growing up, I had all the magazines. I subscribed to all the magazines, and it was very easy to create vision boards because we had so much like magazines lying around. Now I really do a digital board. If you want to, you can probably go to Barnes & Noble and get magazines to do this. I think a physical board is awesome, but I really like to make a digital board, and I put that board on my wallpaper on my computer as the wallpaper on my phone, just so I see these images every single day of the things I want to create and manifest in the new year. I talk about manifesting a lot. I took a course 2 years ago on manifestation, and ever since I did that, like my whole view of everything changed. I fully believe anything is possible, and anything you want to create is completely possible. It's really just about getting that mindset shift and then taking action on it. So manifestation, I guess, is a whole nother topic, but since this video is about setting yourself up for the healthiest, happiest 2023, 7 different areas to look at in your life for where you want to set goals. Number 1, of course, is your health. I like to kind of do a reflection. Where in this past year, how have you felt? What are the things you want to change? What are the things that really worked for you that you want to keep up those habits in the new year? So look at everything from your workouts to, of course, what you've been eating. How has that been making your body feel? Is there something you want to try? Do you want to try plant-based, or have you been noticing that you're eating a lot of processed foods and want to try to go to more whole foods? Look at these different areas. So I'm going to say, look at your kind of daily movement, exercise, working out. Is there something new you want to try next year? Maybe you want to get into yoga more, or you want to try boxing or something. Look at that. Next is kind of what you eat and your diet. How has that been making you feel? Do you want to try eating more plants, more fruits and vegetables? Do you kind of think you've been eating too much processed food and you want to try eating more whole foods? Look at that area of your life. How has kind of the way you've been doing things this past year making you feel, and what could you try moving into this new year? What habit could you adopt? Also, with your health, of course, hydration's important. Have you been drinking water? Have you been making sure you're properly hydrated throughout the day? Sleep is huge. This is the area I'm going to put a huge focus on in 2023. With my personal health, sleep is the one thing that I really still mess around with. I will start working and get into such a work mode or something, and then it'll be like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning and I'm editing on my computer. Or some nights I really want to just relax and cut off, so I will take an iPad in my bed and watch like reality TV, like watch Bravo or something, and then I feel so anxious after I'm done because I can't fall asleep, and the next morning I feel like I have a hangover from doing that. Sleep is something that my routine, I had a good routine, I think, back in the pandemic. I really had a nighttime routine down, and I really want to kind of revisit that and put some boundaries around my sleep, because it just makes me feel so much more energized. Sleep affects everything in our life. This video isn't about sleep, but this is one area that I'm really going to be looking at and focusing on incorporating new habits for 2023. Also included in your health, you want to think about your mental health as well. That's super important. How have you felt this past year? Have you been really anxious? What are the things making you anxious? Have you felt accomplished? Think about really how you're feeling. Area number 2 is all about your finances. So I think this area is really important because to me, money equates to freedom. And I think sometimes this is like a hush-hush topic and it's not something we talk about that much, but I know one of my core values is freedom, which is why it's very important to me. My financial life is very important to me in this year moving forward. Look at where you're at right now figure out where you want to be and then what are the steps to help you get there. If you want to be earning more, write that down. If you would like to maybe open up new streams of revenue, write that down. And there's so many different ways we can do this. I could do like a complete other video on this topic. Since leaving my stable corporate job, it has been like key for me to create different streams of revenue, from opening an e-commerce store to reselling. Reselling is another thing that I do on the side, and it's a great side source of income. But this video is not all about income. Finances are the second area of your life to look at. Third area is career, also business. If you have a business or you're an entrepreneur or an influencer, content creator, this area of life is important because we spend a lot of time doing this. If you are working, we spend a lot of our time working. So I think it's really important to be doing something that you really enjoy and that makes you excited when you wake up in the morning. Of course, that's not a blanket statement. It also can be a means to an end. But if this is something that you do want to wake up and be excited to do that, I think then it's an area, of course, to put in your 2023 plan. And maybe it's a complete job shift. Maybe you really want to start working on a side hustle, whatever it is. Put that on your goals and your vision board. Figure out a plan how you can start working on that. If you do want to do a complete career change, what does that look like? Do you need to gain skills to do that? If you have a business, what are some of the goals you have? This is another huge area to focus on for your goal plan. Number 4 are your personal growth goals. I'm obsessed with self-development and personal growth. This has probably been for like 6 years now or 7 years. Once I started, I can't stop. And I think it's one of the most fascinating parts of life is our growth and development as human beings. I really think this should definitely be on the 2023 vision and goal boards. Where would you like to develop yourself more? What would you like to learn? What would you like to do differently? Something I'm definitely working on for myself, a personal growth goal for myself would be to actually trust the process. I know that quote is so overused, but I want to focus all my energy on what I'm doing in that moment and the vision for the future, and take away the energy I have with having anxiety or worrying about something not working out. I want to step into kind of like my power and step into just knowing that the vision I want to create is going to happen. I think I do this sometimes, but there are other times when I really don't. I'm ready to step into a very confident, empowered version of myself so I can just execute on the vision I have. This is not a snap that changes like that. It is a process. So making sure I'm waking up every single day, stepping into that identity of the person I really want to become. And that's what's important for you too. I think a great exercise around personal development would be to write down this identity that you would love to embody every single day. Maybe think of it as your best self, your healthiest, happiest self who's living the life that, you know, they've always kind of dreamed of. How does that person feel? How do they speak? What are they doing during the day? What is their energy like? What are they focused on? Are they focused on like small little problems, or are they kind of like super positive and focused on big picture and they don't let little things get to them? Are they negative in the way they speak, or are they positive and optimistic? This is a great way to kind of like draw out the vision of the person you really want to be. So it allows you to see, okay, where are there discrepancies between who you are right now and this vision that you kind of draw out of the person you want to be? Where are there discrepancies, and what actions can you start implementing now to step into that vision of yourself? Number 5 are your relationships and family. I think this is very important to take into consideration. Relationships are everything in life. We're here to experience things together, right? And even if you're kind of very solo person or an introvert, I still think it's very important to take into consideration the relationships we have in this life and the relationships with our significant other, with our family, with our friends. Kind of for what I do with work, freelancing, and content creation, it is a super solo thing. So I know a focus of mine for this new year will be enriching the friendships I do have. And then also I'd like to meet more people in this space of kind of what I'm doing, because things can get lonely at times. So look at your relationships. Are you kind of spending really quality time with your significant other, or do you want to meet a significant other in the new year? How about your friendships? Are you spending time with your friends? Are you connecting with them? It's a great area to kind of jump into and analyze, because you can put that on your 2023 vision. Number 6 is your environment. And I say your environment because I think our environments are important. Now, you can make it work from anywhere you are. We all start somewhere, so I don't include this point to say that like things need to be perfect for you to thrive and succeed and be the healthiest, happiest version of you. That's not at all what I mean. This is kind of visioning. What do you want your environment to look like? If you're not in your ultimate place right now, where you want to be, whether that's a city you're in, where you're living, your home, the way you're living, or maybe it's you want to just be traveling all the time. Think about what you actually really want and what you want your environment to be, and put that on your vision for 2023. And then also, what are steps you could take to kind of move towards that? For me, I very much am ready for a home, so I'm really focused on these financial goals because I know that will allow me to get the home. Okay, the last area is your creative pursuits, and I think this is important along with the personal development because creativity and expressing our creativity, learning new skill, it makes life fun. So I like to put this on the vision board. What do I want to learn? I really want to start drawing again. I haven't drawn since I was like a little kid. I want to start doing digital drawings. So that's one thing that I really want to kind of start doing. Actually painting too. I'd love to start painting, and I haven't done that since I was a kid. So think about if there's anything creatively you would love to try and incorporate into your 2023 vision. I don't want this video at all to be overwhelming. I just kind of wanted to list off these different areas to think about when you're creating your vision and goals for this brand new year. So speaking of goals and your vision board, I just did a masterclass inside of my Patreon. I'm going to offer this masterclass as a one-off that you can get. We basically went through a workshop of visioning and planning out goals. I have this whole process that I use actually when I set goals, that I break them down and I use Post-its. It's a whole situation, and I wanted to create a class about this because this can be applied for all these areas of your life that we just talked about. If you're interested in doing this together and you want to create your vision, your goals, your plans, your tasks, and you're ready to do this now, you can check out this workshop, which I will link below so we can do that together. I also have this whole Post-it process. I have this board next to my desk with the actual tasks for each of the goals. So I go over all of that in this workshop. If you would like to implement that into your plan for 2023, I would definitely check out that class. And if you want to see more healthy living, manifesting your best life videos from me, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel so you never miss an upload, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!